The Enneagram, a liberating theory of personality. We start small and innocent in this world. Life was safe in the womb. But just the struggle to breathe when we make our appearance in this world is an indication that life is sometimes painful. No one likes pain. And it is human nature to protect ourselves. To cope with pain, it is as if we put on armor. Another term for that armor is personality. Problem is, sometimes we think our personality armor is who we truly are, and we lose sight of our true selves. The armor that once protected us often ends up keeping us from being who we truly are and causes all kinds of problems in relationships and life in general. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to identify what is our personality armor and what is our true selves? There is a way. It's called the Enneagram. While modern personality tests are intended to identify pathology and create labels for diagnosing, the Enneagram is a system of studying personality armor patterns that actually provides an awareness of the pattern, which then allows for a release of that personality pattern. The Enneagram is an ancient system of personality theory and study. Its roots can be traced back about 4,000 years. The numbers positioned in the diagram are a modern addition. Each number on the wheel represents a different personality armor pattern of responding to life's surprises. Some theorists have assigned names as well. But numbers have been found to reduce potential negative connotations that names can add. By way of a snapshot of each number, here is a pictorial representation of the different personality armor patterns. Starting with the number 1, we find that the personality armor pattern is one of perfectionism. Ones have high standards and hold themselves and those around them to the same standards. In the one world, objective, measurable growth is paramount. Emotionally, ones read their environment through their gut, kind of an earthy sense. Twos are the givers of life that make life comfortable for all of us. The personality armor pattern that can cause problems for the two is that their giving can often be motivated by a need to be needed. Emotionally, twos sense the world through their feelings and can detect your need before you know you have a need. Unfortunately, their self-worth can be tied to how you respond. When you need to get something done, and done right, call a 3. One of the catches to a 3's success-driven life is that their identity is often tied to their success. They can read a room instinctively and be who you need them to be in any given situation. But success can have a high price when success becomes more important than friendships. A 4's world is a deeply emotional world, so much so that a 4 can join your sadness in great empathy. The drawback for a 4's armor is the need to be special and tends to feel misunderstood. The depth and ever-changing emotions of a 4 can unfortunately lead to isolation. A 5's world is as deep as a 4's world, but the 5's world is intellectual instead of emotional. They are a wealth of a collection of knowledge. And it may take days, but 5's do process information by taking everything into consideration before making a decision. They tend to isolate while assessing their world through intellect. It is said that half the population of the world is the personality armor pattern of a 6. While fear is a hallmark of the 6, you won't find a more loyal and prepared friend. 6s are often courageous in order to combat their fear while anticipating the worst. And 6s have such a vivid imagination that they can visualize an event as if it has already happened. It seems there would be no joy in life if it weren't for 7s. They are adventuresome and energetic, enthusiastic and fun. Their optimism, however, is the 7's attempt to avoid some rather unpleasant emotions. Interestingly, 7s find planning and anticipation of events almost more satisfying than the events themselves, and often consider all options before committing. Now the 8 has been called the boss, but under that tough exterior is a tender heart, especially for the underdog. 8s love the truth and expect the truth from you, and they are careful who they give their trust to for fear of being controlled. Confrontation with an 8 requires energy and courage, but what you see with an 8 is what you get. And finally, the 9, the number known for its love of peace. The love of peace is actually motivated by the need to avoid conflict. And conflict for a 9 means potential loss of connection. 9s are quite loyal and seem to be natural mediators. This gift comes from a 9's ability to merge emotionally to others. The cost of merging, though, is a loss of awareness of their own desires. While this has been a Reader's Digest version of the Enneagram, there is so much more to it. For a more complete list of resources and discussion, please visit our website at www.conversationsok.com.